Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now. All right, so the co-main event of UFC 304 in Manchester, England is the interim heavyweight title fight between Tom Aspinall and Curtis Blaydes. This is a rematch as well,
Yeah.
right? And we
Blues
saw,
me out.
blew his knee out. Um, what are your thoughts on just this fight being put together?
So it's obvious that the heavyweight division is it needs more guys, but I mean, how many 260-pound freaking athletes are you gonna find all over the world, right? Like, I get it, but I don't know, man. I think Tom Aspinall is obviously a freak of nature. Like, that guy just, like, his speed for the size he is like insane.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, probably the most well-rounded heavyweight that division's ever seen. Like, you know what I mean? Most heavyweights, they're either bangers or grapplers, and like Tom Aspinall's both. Like, this guy's basically the full package, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a big, strong, heavy dude, and he's been training since he was like, what,
Yeah,
8
his
years
father
old.
is a jiu-jitsu
Yeah,
coach.
bro. So like, this guy's, you know what I mean, experienced.
His dad just like did the perfect, because
Oh
I don't know how he knew he was gonna be that big, right? Because his dad's not a big dude.
no.
Yeah,
And
it's
when you
weird.
see Aspinall
Yeah.
when he was a kid, he wasn't that big either.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, this guy just hit a massive growth
Just
spurt.
fucking perfect way to raise a kid, right?
Yeah,
Into
bro.
a fighter. Started with jiu-jitsu, get that
Yeah.
narrowed down. Remember, he was doing camps with fucking Tyson Fury. He was part of Tyson Fury's boxing camps before. I think it was before the UFC. I remember I did an interview with him, like for
So
his
he's
debut.
learning how to get them hands going.
Oh yeah, so his boxing is really good. It's very high level. I don't think people talk about it enough. But well, he showed it off against fucking what's his name in the last fight.
The Russian,
Yeah,
Sergey
the
Pavlovich.
yeah.
To be honest with you, bro, I thought Pavlovich was gonna just steamroll
I
freaking
th-
Aspinall.
I thought the same shit too. You know what I mean? Like I was shocked.
Yeah,
I was shocked. I was like, what the fuck?
Have you seen Pavlovich's training videos? Holy shit, they're
And then he just lost again to fucking Drago.
Yeah, man, Volkov's on a tear right now,
And he's
man.
on high level striking
Yes,
too.
man.
He used it perfect.
Yeah,
Like his
that was
height and reach.
Beautiful what
Yeah.
Volkov did to
You see how
Sergey.
pissed off?
Yeah, man. Yeah, they were bros. They ain't bros no more.
And he wanted him to brawl with him, but he didn't.
Yeah.
He played the fucking technical fight, right? And he-
Dude, yeah, it's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like when Ian Gary said that about Jeff Neal. He's like, I didn't run away. He's just like, I avoided his punches. Like, what the frick
Yeah.
would you do if you're in the cage with this guy?
Exactly.
But anyways, back to these guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, bro, I told you I'm a scatterbrain.
Well, let's talk about the odds, man.
Yeah,
minus
actually-
400 for fucking Aspinall.
Holy shit! So Blaydes is a 4-1 underdog,
Yeah, he's plus 310.
plus 310.
Yeah.
So, yeah, still that's a pretty wide money line for
it's
heavyweights,
wide,
man.
Because anything could happen, right?
100%. And yeah, Blaydes is no slouch, man. Blaydes is also a full package heavyweight, bro. This guy can take you down at will, smash your freaking lips off with his
Oh,
elbows.
for sure.
Like,
His strike, like when you remember his fight with who was it? Oh, it was fucking his fight with Pavlovich, right? Remember his fight with Pavlovich? Like he wanted to strike with Pavlovich and
I
just
don't
got knocked.
understand it.
Exactly, like
don't
to me.
understand it. Same thing with Derek Lewis. What are you doing, man? Like, dude, you're a wrestler. Get him down and beat him up, man. Take him to your world, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Dude, his fight against remember when he fucking elbowed the shit out of AllStar Overeem? That's the type of fight that I want to see out of.
Yeah, Alistair Overeem just became like the heavyweight punching bag of the
No, but the thing
division.
is, after that fight,
Yeah.
AllStar went and started training with the whole
Yeah,
team, like
of
him
course.
and but
Yeah.
yeah, like that's the Curtis Blaydes that needs to come out in this fight to win the title. Don't you think?
Yeah, man. I honestly, like, Curtis Blaydes is obviously a freak of nature as well. Very big guy, fast, strong, good wrestler. Comes from a background of wrestling in university. And, we're either in for a banger heavyweight fight, or we're in for a freaking wrestling match. You know what I mean? Because like both these guys,
Yeah.
like Aspinall's ground games, he's very good, very talented. So,
Yeah, when you rate, like when you stack like Aspinall striking versus Blade striking, Aspinall has the edge in the striking. But in
yeah,
heavyweights, it's like one punch can change the whole dynamic of the fight. So
yeah,
there's that little, caveat or whatever you want to call it.
yeah.
His last fight was against Jalton Almeida, which was, Jalton Almeida, man. He comes into the heavyweight division, starts
Yes.
taking everybody down, choking them out, and then Blades finishes him in the
Torched him.
second round. Yeah,
Yeah.
torched him. So if Blades' mindset is on that, it'd be hard to beat Blaydes, right? But Tom Aspinall, like you said, he's even more of a freak of nature than Blaydes
Yeah.
is.
What's scary about Aspinall is like he walked into the fire with Sergey Pavlovich
Yeah.
and came out the victor,
Yeah.
right? So that's just like Tom Aspinall's not gonna shy away from stepping into the fire with you and trading hands, and obviously he just knocked Sergey Pavlovich out. So I mean, yeah, if Blaydes would be, I don't know, man. If Blaydes goes and steps in the fire with Aspinall, man, it's gonna be bad night for Blaydes.
Well,
man.
if you look at it, the last time they weighed in, Blaydes weighed 257, Aspinall weighed 261.
Jeep.
So they're not far off from each other
Yeah.
in size. And Blaydes is shorter than Aspinall, but has a longer
How much?
reach.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blaydes has got like
Not much,
yeah.
inch, 2
Okay.
inches, something like that. Yeah, so like this matchup, I love it. I think it's a great matchup. A lot of people might hate it because they don't really like Blaydes. Blaydes gets hate for no reason. Like
I don't. Yeah, that's actually. To be honest, I've never heard any hate, and I literally live online, right? And I've never really seen anyone say bad things about Blaydes.
well,
But-
the things that they say is like he's a punching bag, like you said about Aspinall, right?
Yeah.
Because like it's fight IQ. People really
Yeah.
target that. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, this dude has no fight IQ. It's like,
Yeah.
dude,
Well,
these dudes are getting punched in the fucking
he
face.
needs to. If I was Curtis Blaydes and I had those talents, I would obviously. I mean, who am I to really say this? But I mean, obviously, stick to your talent, right? Like, do what you're good at, bro. I mean, that's your best shot at winning, man. Really.
That's what we think, right? When we
Yeah.
watch fights, we're like, oh, this dude's strength's this, and this is probably his path to victory, blah, 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 all this. And then when they don't do that, you're just like, what the fuck is wrong with them? And
Yeah.
for us, we have a better understanding, so we don't overreact. But people that don't have that understanding, they overreact and be like, fucking suck, you fucking
Yeah,
cocksucker.
exactly.
Right? They're just terrible.
In reality, it's almost like if you had to really pick inside the fighter's head, it's almost like it's a challenge to themselves, right? Because at the end of the day, who are these fighters besides the match that they have? They're challenging themselves every single day, right? They're the ones putting themselves through all of the hard work and vigorous torture on your body. And it's just like, he's just like, you know what, man, this guy's a striker, I'm a wrestler, whatever, I'm gonna go in there and fucking bang it out with this guy, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's you know what I mean? That's the way I look at it. It's like, obviously they're challenging themselves, right?
Well, there are all of them have game plans.
Of
There
course.
is no fighter that goes into a fight without somewhat of a
Exactly.
game. That's why you have coaches,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But it's up to them to execute the game plan,
Exactly,
or
yeah.
even listen to the corner, or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
you see it many times where the corner's just yelling shit, and the dude
Yeah,
is just like
just
not even paying
doing it.
attention.
Yeah.
So, like you said, in heavyweight, it's even more of a toss up because there's the variables of the power and the size and the strength.
What did I think Tom Aspinall, so he was launching, was he launching the attack on Blaydes when he hurt his knee, or did Blaydes attack him? I can't
No,
remember.
he hurt himself. Yeah, he hurt himself. Like he
Yeah, so
stepped wrong.
he
was going
okay,
forward,
yeah. He was going forward, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And then his knee went out.
Yeah, he like kind of bounced forward, stepped forward, and then just collapsed.
Ah,
I think that's what
okay,
happened. And
yeah,
then
yeah.
Blaydes was just like, But the
Interesting.
thing is like you got to really see what happened before that as well. It's like
Mm-hmm.
how did Blaydes approach Tom Aspinall? Was he looking to strike with them or was he looking to
Yeah.
grapple with them? You're gonna have to go back and watch that first
Yeah.
fight to see that to get a better understanding. But I think in this fight, it's hard to pick against Tom Aspinall, man.
I wouldn't pick against Tom Aspinall.
Yeah.
Honestly, that he's a huge favorite. If I was gonna show. There's so many. Actually, dude, holy crap! Now that I think about it, there's so many variables you could pick for Tom Aspinall.
Yeah.
You could pick him for a sub. You know what I mean? You could go sub round 2, sub round 3, or like a first round knock. There's so many betting variables with Aspinall, man. Wow. Actually, dude, now that I think about that, well, I can't wait to get home and get my stake app open.
I don't think it's all good.
AllStar app. I mean.
Yeah. What is it? Yeah, just like Blaydes. I think like you have a couple options. Either it's like a knockout or like I think it's knockout for Blaydes. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
really
think a
see him
submission. I see a knockout or a
Yeah,
decision,
yeah.
but I don't see those guys going to a decision. Really.
Nah, it's gonna be
But
hard to imagine that.
I also didn't think Volkov and Sergey Pavlovich were going to a decision
Exactly,
either, right?
yeah.
Like, holy crap.
I thought that they're gonna bang it out as well. You know,
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna be able to lure him into like some crazy exchanges,
Yeah.
but it just never happened, right? So,
Yeah.
but
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I don't want to get off the topic of the guys
Yeah.
we're talking about. I was gonna say it's crazy that these fighters are forming these strategies now against Pavlovich.
Imagine, I wonder, like, because I've heard camps that this is what's happening is I've heard this years ago. It's like camps have been hiring guys that do breakdowns of fights to
Yeah.
help them game plan for their opponents
For
in
sure.
big fights.
Yeah.
And it's just all under behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a smart thing, man.
Yeah.
Because you get another set of eyes
Mm-hmm.
who's been watching it from a different perspective and kind of give you their ideas of like, okay, these are the angles. Because
Yeah.
some guys are very good at it, right?
Yeah.
Like a Luke Thomas. Like when he breaks down fights, he's pretty good at that stuff.
Luke Thomas or
Yeah.
Din Thomas?
No, Luke Thomas.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
Din Thomas, of course,
Yeah,
but he's
yeah.
a coach. I'm saying
Yeah,
Luke
yeah.
Thomas is the
Oh,
guy
okay.
that does.
Bro, I'm pretty accurate too, man. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm really good at calling shit. Like, bro, I'll bang out an 8-leg parlay and literally like
Those are the
20,
ones,
30,
right?
40x my cash. Like,
Yeah,
it's
those are the
nasty,
ones.
bro. Like, and I'm getting these like,
Yeah.
you know, like I called like I love Volkanovski. Obviously, no offense at all, but like I called that shit. I knew he was gonna get pumped.
Well, a lot of people were. A lot of
Yeah.
people were like, you know, this is
At the end of the
guy.
day, like you got to dance around for 25 minutes.
Yeah. That's 25 minutes of
Yeah,
opportunity.
same thing Blaydes gonna have to do against Aspinall, man.
Yeah.
He's gonna have,
Because
he's got
like,
25 minutes to not get knocked out or submitted.
Because if he's starching Pavlovich, and Pavlovich is throwing heavy at him as well at the same time,
Yeah.
I think Aspinall. This is what I think Aspinall mentally. I think he overcame something in that fight against
Oh
Pavlovich.
yeah, dude, and he took that fight on short notice
Yeah.
too, bro.
I think in his mind there was some fear in him because Pavlovich was built up as this fucking Russian monster, right?
Dude, they called him the freaking. They called him the albino Ngannou, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
straight up,
Yeah.
man. Like,
I think he probably has more power than Ngannou. But the thing is, like, I think he overcame that. So now he's gonna like become more confident in getting closer and exchanging because he can wrestle too. Like, I think Aspinall's gonna surprise some people when he starts wrestling with Blaydes. That's why I'm picking Aspinall to get a knockout.
He's just got. Aspinall is just way too well rounded, and he's got like so many variables to just not just beat you, but just fucking destroy you. Yeah. Choke you out, knock you out. Just too many variables for Aspinall. Yeah, he's definitely gonna beat Blaydes, I think.
And he's not gonna.
I wouldn't
lose
say
at home.
100%, but I would say let's go 80%.
We've never seen like what is it? Questionable decision making by Aspinall, but we've seen it by Blaydes.
Yeah,
And you gotta put that into
fight
account.
IQ. Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, man, it's gonna be an incredible fight.
I love
yeah.
watching the UFC countdowns. Like I was just watching it. I watch a lot of the. I actually watch all the breakdowns, and I actually watch interviews. And shout out to Cody Brundage when you did the interview with him. I had a feeling he was gonna win that fight against Zach Reese.
Yeah.
Right? Even though I'm a loyalist, so I still pick my boy to win. But I had a feeling. It's just Cody Brundage just had like I watched all his tapes, and then I was just like, yo, this guy's freaking. I think he's gonna win, man. And he did.
Yeah,
So I'm good at that.
that was a
Interviews
crazy
are
fight.
important too, because like when you can watch all the training that these guys do. Yo, you got to get into their psychology, especially if you're guys like me. I love firing on bets, right?
Yeah.
I love, it's a revenue stream, right?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
So it's just like I'm getting like I want to know. Not only do I want to know your training, I want to know your psychology. I want to understand everything about you. Yeah.
Well, the training is usually always very similar to what they've been
Everybody
doing,
else is
right?
doing. Yeah.
It's not like you're gonna see battle ropes and fucking tire flips and shit. Like that's not gonna tell us much.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean, we need to know like,
Yeah.
okay, who are you training? Like, what type of
Mm-hmm.
frequency are you training? Like, what kind of
Exactly.
skill development were you doing before the training camp?
Yeah.
Now in the training camp, because in training camp you're not doing any fucking skill development. You're fucking getting ready for battle, right? You're
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
sparring. You're working with game planning with your coaches. Those are the types of things.
Yeah.
There's no skill development there, right?
Honestly, that's why I love watching your. I'm not joking. I love watching your interviews with fighters, especially if I'm gonna fire, right? Because you ask a lot of right questions, man, and you get into these guys' heads, and then and you can draw out a lot of the psychology out of these guys, right? And it's actually really helpful, bro.